Hi, and welcome back to Richard Readings. This is going to be a weekly reading for the week of July 23rd to July 29th of 2023. This is going to be for what we can expect coming into this week on a micro and macro level. This will be for both our personal lives and for the world at large. So let's kind of go in and see what's going to get coming out for us this week. I've already kind of shuffled, I've already kind of cleansed the space, so we should be able to just receive messages here pretty quick. Yeah. All right, so what we are working with is a Queen of Swords, a Four of Wands, a Wheel of Fortune, and an Ace of Pentacles. So this is kind of mixed energy. It looks like we're having, on one hand, very faded opportunities coming in towards us this week. So the Wheel of Fortune, this could be about the macro, with the wheel being like the world to a degree. So there might be something that happens in the world at large where it's some sort of upswing happens. So if you've been going through a period of time where you've been feeling like your finances have definitely been taking a hit, it seems like there's going to be an opportunity that comes in towards you this week that's going to really fulfill you, sustain you, change you. Change your work environment, change what you're doing. This is really going to elevate you in a different level than you were expecting. So I am almost feeling like it's an unexpected offer for many of you. It's an unexpected thing that's about to come towards you. And it does relate to the work situation, for the work climate for you. On a macro scale, this could be a lot of changes within work in general and what we're actually working on. So there's a lot of elements of destiny that are playing out in regards to opportunities, but these are big opportunities. This is like money. I'm getting with the Ace of Pentacles, this is like a big deal of money. So maybe there's an inheritance that some of you might be working with this week, an inheritance that maybe you find out that you actually have that you didn't know about, or something like this, like something big, like this is substantial. This is enough to change someone's life. So I'm almost getting like winning the lottery kind of energy from this. So this is a substantial amount of energy, but you may have also people that are trying to block you from this. With this cutting off energy with the Queen of Swords and on the Four of Wands, this is like trying to cut off any stagnant energy that is left over from the past cycle of your life. That's really what this is about right now. So if there's people, places, or things that all they ever do is bring you stagnant energy, it might be time to let these things go, or at least put them on a break, because it seems like you really need to move forward and be this Queen of Swords energy right now, especially if you're going to be working with a bigger amount of money. You're going to have to be a lot more cold with the way in which you interact. So if this is like your finances change very quickly, you're going to have to be a lot more logical with the way that you work with these things. And I think that there's potentially people that are not speaking very pleasantly about you in this regard. So maybe they don't enjoy what you have received. Maybe they don't believe that you deserve what you're about to receive. Particularly, it could be one feminine air sign that really doesn't like it, that is actually spreading rumors about you or in regards to you. So take that as you will. It may not be for everyone. That's a specific message, but it seems like there is one person in particular that's kind of feeding a group lies about you because they're the only one that really has access to you at this time. So you kind of need to cut that person out of your life as well. All right, let's keep going and see what else comes out here. Yeah, this has been something you've been working on for a very long time. So this is very deserved. This earning, this new break that you're going to receive is very deserved at this point. And so you can kind of pay no mind to the voices around you that are saying it's not deserved or it's not earned, because the universe is saying it's very deserved. It's very earned. In fact, it's a fated outcome. So it's something that may have been written into your life destiny before you were even born. So it's not really something that people can really talk about, because they have no way of changing it. So the Prince of Discs is really about you steadily moving forward, you taking what you've earned, you taking what you've created and making it bigger and better every single day. like doing the little things here and there to make it improve. Oh my goodness. And that's giving prudence. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, the tree doesn't grow huge tall. Like, the sequoia doesn't grow into that overnight. It takes a really long time. It's just like pumping in water and changing it into sugar, you know, and growing. So this is kind of what you've been doing. You've been growing your little like seed into a full tree, and I think it's about time for that to take place. There's been a lot of interference. So people have been continuously trying to like chop this tree of yours down, continuously trying to stop you from doing this. So keep that in mind. This is also an 8-8, so that's talking about abundance. Like, there's been a lot of interference within your abundance. There may be people who have kind of placed this on you, but this is not you. This is an interference type energy. So someone or some group of people has been actively trying to block you from what you are deserving of. So that's not going to happen for much longer. Yeah, with the ruin card as well. So especially this Queen of Swords has been trying to like ruin your name, ruin your image, ruin everything about it, so that like people don't trust you, people don't believe you. So maybe they've really tried everything in their possibility, like in their realm of possibilities, to like stop this, to put burden on you, and it's really not working at this point. Some people may actually need to come apologize around the time of the moon. So when would the next one be? Because we just did the new moon. So the next one would be, well, I'm going to say that this new moon in Cancer is going to change things. So I feel like for many of you, it's about, you're going to get settled into a new environment. You're going to get settled into a new state, even for some of you, or new country. But you don't know that there's been people that have been trying to like puppet master you along the way. So that might be something that you're not really fully aware of at this time, that there's been people that have been trying to pull strings on your life and get you to go where they want you to go, instead of you going where you want yourself to go. So you need to take stock of what it is that you want at this time, because I think a lot of people have been pulling you this way and that way. Yeah, and it's not about that anymore. I think there's been so many unknowns in your life for a really long time. It's almost like the people are even tired of doing it, and they need to apologize at this point. They even feel like they don't want to keep doing it at this point. So it's like everyone's tired of this interference, is what I'm getting. It's almost like they didn't want you to get the success that you're gaining, and so they listened to this other person who just wanted to ruin your name, and it went on for so long, basically, and it still didn't work. And so a lot of the people are like, okay, I'm done with this, it's not working, so let's just end it. And I think that that's going to be something that really starts to play out this week in particular for you. Oh, it's over here. The Aeon and worry. So many people are just afraid of you. Like, it's what I'm getting. Many people are really afraid of what you're going to grow into. Like, your energy is already very large. Like, you've already been able to create so much in your life, and they feel like you're just going to become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that might be something that really triggers this one person in particular, the one that's been trying to ruin your name. This person is very triggered by you. Why is that? She can't compete. So this person can't compete with you. So this person is very triggered by you because they know that they can't actually compete with you. And if you step into your full power, it's actually going to worry them, because they won't be able to control you anymore, because that's what this person is used to doing. They're used to puppet mastering. So everything that they've been doing in order to interfere with your business, to interfere with your growth, to interfere with your abundance, is gonna come back onto them. So I'm actually feeling that this person has been put into a lot of losses at this point. They have a lot of burden on them at this point, because everything that they tried to do has come back to them. So that's a big deal. Don't let this person back into your energy. Even if they kind of try and come towards you with like this half-baked apology, don't let this person back into your energy, because they don't really want what's best for you. In fact, they don't want you to succeed at all. So don't let this person back into your energy. They're not good for you. I feel that they've created so many rumors. They're very controlling. Yeah, this is just a lot of stuff going on, and this person is not going to be a good person for you overall. It's like wealth. It's like they're triggered by the amount of success that you can create for yourself. That's really what it comes down to. They are triggered by the amount of success that you're going to be able to create for yourself in your life. That's too bad. That's too bad that people, there's been a long time of people being jealous in this world. There's been a long time of people, when people could just turn around and put that energy into creating something for themselves, but instead they try and sabotage the people that are actually creating. But they've been doing this for so long. That's what you need to know, is it's not even about you. It's like they've been doing this kind of stuff for so long to so many people that they just thought you were going to be another like notch on the belt kind of thing. Like, haha, I destroyed that person's name too. Look at me go. But they couldn't. Everything that they tried to do couldn't destroy you. So here you are, still continuously moving forward. And it's driving this person crazy because they know that you're going to become more powerful than them. And it's not about power even, but it's like they're worried that like you're going to grow too strong. But why is it too strong? It's because they can't control you, and that's really what it is. It's because they cannot control you. That sucks, but take stock of these people that are in your past or from past lives who have come back into this life. You've probably let go of a lot of these people a long time ago. You may have thought like these people were good with you or chill with you, and you maybe thought like these people were even your friends at one point, but the way that they're showing up in this energy now is not that at all. It's not that. This is someone that's actively trying to ruin you. So you should let go of this energy. And if this is resonating and it's pulling one certain person to mind, that's the person that this is supposed to be. If I'm talking about this and you're having a person pop into your brain as this person, that's who I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be an air sign, but it most likely will be some kind of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Adjustment. Yeah, you need to make some adjustments on your side so that this person doesn't have any more access to you or your energy in any way. Yeah, they've been playing you for a fool for a very long time. They've been keeping you in a cycle. They've been keeping you going around in circles. They've been having fun with it. This is like very much cat and mouse type energy. Don't let this person back into your life. Yeah, the tower. Yeah, don't let this person back into your life. This person, all they want to do is bring a tower down on you. That's all they want to do. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you get better. They don't want to see you heal. They don't want to see you improve. Because if you show up as that energy, then it's going to knock everything down that they said about you. It'll destroy everything that they said about you. If you show up in a very healed and very present place where you're just really focused on your money and you're just focused on, what's yours, minding your own business, keeping to yourself, doing your work, that's enough to destroy this entire person's facade. Just you being you. So all you have to do is be authentic, and it's going to destroy every sabotage that this person has put towards you. You probably don't even know that you're doing it. You're just stepping into your power. Just let it go. That's what I have to say. Just let go of any of these past cycles. Don't give them any more energy. Don't give them any more attention. They don't deserve your attention. This individual or this group of individuals that has lied on your name or actively tried to ruin you, they really don't deserve you. And that's just me being 100 with you. They don't deserve you. They really, really, really do not. So let's keep going. Failure and sorrow. Yeah, because they failed to keep you in this state of sorrow, which is what they wanted to do. And I don't know if it was the whole group that wanted to do this or if it was actively this one person that was like puppet stringing everyone along to make them feel like, let's destroy this person. But they failed to do that. So at this point, you're moving forward. Yeah, the Emperor. I wish it wasn't so obvious, you know? Like, I wish the readings sometimes weren't so obvious. Like, if you know anything about tarot, you can kind of read this for yourself. But the energy is very much like, let's destroy this person's name. Let's destroy this person's career. Let's destroy everything about this person, because if they become too strong, we can't control them. It's pretty gross. And I'm sorry if you're dealing with that. That's pretty gross energy. Let's go to one of these oracle decks. Faith. So a lot of you need to continue to press forward, continue to believe what you're doing is correct, what you're doing is going to make a difference. Golden treasures, and not even that it's going to make a difference, but it's actually going to create something really big for you, because there's something really big that's fated to happen with what you're working on. What you're working on right now is fated to turn into something really big, maybe life-altering for you. And like, there may even be an opportunity that comes knocking at the door because of what you're doing, because of the work that you're doing right now. Life force. Exactly. This is your life's work. That's what you need to know. So many of you are going back and forth on if you should really be doing what you're doing. And it's saying, yes, this is your life's work. So don't allow these other people to try and put you off of that. That's not the truth. These other people are trying to get in the way and sabotage what you're supposed to create for your life's work. And all you do is continue to show up authentically with faith. Look, at all of these cards are gold. One's an angel, and these other two are about manifestation. This is believing, this is manifesting, and this is like just showing up as your authentic version and letting people see you. So you just need to show up. That's really all you have to do. Just show up. Just be you. Just be authentic. Don't change yourself in any way. People love who you are. That's what I need to say to you right now. If you're one of these people that you've been dealing with a lot of sabotaging to the point where you feel like maybe it's you, it's not. It's not you. This is other people trying to sabotage you. I just heard these people have spent time, money, and energy in trying to sabotage you. They've gone out of their way to try and sabotage you. Completely out of their way to do this. This hasn't been easy for them. This has been like a game that they're trying to play with you, but they're not winning. And every time that they think that they're winning, they're falling back. Like something else will happen that will destroy the plan that they have set up for you. And it's this one person that seems to be ringleading the situation. And that's really unfortunate. Yeah, Blue Messiah. So you really need to break through. You need to let your light show at this time. It's really, you just need to show up. You need to show people what you're capable of, inner alchemy and the visionary. So I think that like, you're good enough already. You're already doing what you need to do. Just continue to do what you're doing, and it's going to create something really good for you, because the next card is perfectionism in reverse. It's like, stop feeling like you have to be perfect, or you have to do things in a certain set of way, or you have to like follow a strict set of guidelines. I think for many of you, you're actually doing something completely new. Yeah, magnetism. You're attracting in everything to you just by being yourself. So don't listen to other people. Honestly, it's kind of a weird advice, but it's saying don't listen to other people and what their plans are for you, because that's not what's going to help you. You need to set it up for yourself. Other people might want to dig their fingers into what you have going on and get like a slice of the pie, so to speak. Like, you're building this really big, abundant feast. It's that saying where it's like God will prepare a table in front of your enemies. This is kind of where we're at right now. Many of you have had to isolate yourself and prepare your table. And you set the table, and then you just sat down and you've just been waiting. And when you're in the restaurant and you're waiting and waiting and waiting for your food to come out, and it's like such a nice table setting, and so you're getting hungry, the ambiance of the music is putting you in that mood to like eat, and you're just waiting, and the food doesn't it's not coming, and you start to get angry, you start to get frustrated, you start to think, oh, well, maybe I should just leave, maybe I should just get out of here. It's about to come. You know, everyone else already got up from the table and walked away. Those are the people that are going to miss out on the feast, the bounty that's about to come into your life. So if people get up and walk away from the table, let them go. Because they don't see the vision that you see. They don't know what you're creating. Also, you don't need to tell them. If it's something that only you can see, that's fine. Let it be something only you can see for yourself. You don't need to tell these other people what you're doing. You don't need to tell these other people what you're creating, what you're waiting on, because you know what it is. They don't. You placed the order, you know? You wrote down all the order of all the food items you want, and then they're going to bring out a couple extra free things for you as well on top of it. It's like you ordered so much that they're going to bring out even more than you thought, like just because they're excited to give you this feast. Exactly. And it's all like, you don't have to worry. Like, once again, you're trying to think everything has to be perfect, and other people are trying to say everything has to be perfect, and it doesn't. Perfection is a lie. It's not real. At least not in the way that people think. Perfectionism is like the biggest lie that they tell us in humanity. Because it's really more so about you just deciding what you want and moving towards it and going after it than it is about anything else. Like, your free will is really the strongest superpower that you have here. So if you're not able to trust, believe, and manifest for yourself, then you're not going to get this bounty that's coming towards you. And if you've been listening to other people about what you need to be doing in order to receive this bounty, that's like when you allow someone else. It's like when you're really set on getting one thing and you want to order one thing at the dinner table, and then someone else is like, well, I want to get that. So you're like, oh, well, I guess I won't get that even though I really want it. And you start to adjust what you want because of other people. No. And I know that adjustment card came out here before. And so there's going to be minor tweaks that you need to do in order to make this vision come true. But the bounty is fated for you. You can't change that. They can't change that. Nothing can change that. The world can't even change that. This is something that is a destined outcome for you. So it doesn't matter how long it's going to take, how long people are going to try and sabotage it, how long people are going to try and ruin it for you. It's a destined outcome for you to get this big opportunity. I think many of you have not been listening to the words of your own intuition, because I think you haven't been speaking praises on yourself like you should be. And I think a lot of other people think that you don't know what you're talking about. Let them think that you don't know what you're talking about, because what's coming for you is coming for you. It's not coming for them. They're going to see this. When it's all said and done, they're going to see the outcome. And they're going to say, wow, I really wish I hadn't stepped away from the table before all of that came and got placed on the table, because now I'm over here and I'm hungry and I don't have anything. But meanwhile, you've allowed other people to get in the way of your own wisdom. You've allowed other people to get in the way of your own conscious words. Like, so you have not been speaking blessings over yourself as much as you need to be. You may have gotten into this place where you're like in a fear mindset or a lack mindset, and that needs to stop. You already know what's coming. For everyone I'm speaking to right now, you already know what's destined for you. If you're resonating with this in any way right now, you already know what I'm talking about, because I'm speaking directly through your energy. I'm not speaking in regards to words. I'm speaking to your energy right now. I know that you've been working. I know that you've been manifesting. I know that you've been trying to create something for yourself. But this is the key. It has to be that what you create for yourself, of yourself. It cannot be something that you're stealing. It cannot be something that you're trying to break down in someone else's life so that you get that. That is not this natural wisdom voice. You know, you don't go out into the forest and like steal from the creatures that have already done the work in order to harvest. If you are that, that's literally called a scavenger. You know? So are you a scavenger? Because the scavengers end up carrying the diseases. You know what I mean? The scavengers are the ones that they pick at like the leftovers of everything else, and they never get the true bounty. They're always getting the scraps. So why not be the person that creates of themselves, who creates the whole feast for themselves? That's going to be a better outcome than it would be to pick at these scraps of what's left over. Like, that's much tastier. You haven't been giving yourself self-love. You haven't been shielding yourself, and you have... See, and it's like, I think you even fell into the pattern of not believing yourself. Like, starting to think like, well, maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. And it's because you haven't been listening. You haven't been giving yourself self-love. You haven't been listening to that voice of intuition that tells you, hey, you need to shield yourself from these people. Or, hey, you need to get out of this environment. It's not good for you. Or, hey, this behavior, this activity, or this like food even is not helping you. You know what I'm talking about. So start cutting the things off that you know aren't putting you on the path to your highest. This is where you need to go right now. We are past the time where you can dilly-dally. Now it's at the time where you need to make the choices. The choices need to be made so that you can move forward in a new way, so that you can get a better outcome than you even expected. Because this is like an expect the unexpected. The way that you manifest is you dream, you write it down, you put it out there, and then you let it go. You don't think about it anymore. You just do the work you need to do. You make that step-by-step plan, and you say, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this. And that's what's going to ultimately get me to this place. All right, cool. All right, put that aside. Do the step. Live in the present moment. Don't be constantly thinking about this reward and how you're going to get there and how it's going to happen and how you're still so far away from it. That's BS. You're not that far away from it. The fastest manifestors in this world are fast because they do the steps, they write down the steps, they know what they need to do, and then they let it go, and they just live in the present moment, and they just focus on the task at hand. And before they know it, a few days goes by and they're like already there. It's already coming in, because when you work in that way, the universe works in that way back, and it joins you and it links up with you, and you take its hand and it says, oh, you want to listen to me? You want to hear the messages I have to give you? You want to actually actively use them to make your life better? All right, let's be teammates. That's how this works. So if you aren't doing that, if you're still like, oh, I'll never get there, how is this going to happen? Stop it. You're just prolonging the succession of this. You're just prolonging your own success. It's not going to come in as fast. So you need to let that go. What's over here? I know many of you haven't even thought about things that way before, but this is really the truth of the universe. Yeah, courage and a tiger's eye. Get your tiger's eye. Get your tiger's eye. I was saying that before, like, get your tiger's eye. And this is like the whole like eye of the tiger. You don't become the strongest, most powerful force in the jungle by worrying about what everyone else is doing. You know, the lion doesn't care about the voices of the sheep. It doesn't, because it's too busy ruling the frickin' jungle. So this is what you need to realize. These other people want to put you off course because they cannot do what you can do. That's the reason. They cannot do what you can do. They can try and mimic it. They can try and steal it. They can try and kill it. They can try and abuse it, but they can never repeat it. You are an original, and you're doing something that only you can do. Each person has a talent that only they bring to the table. And if you aren't utilizing that talent, then you're missing out on your fated opportunity. You're missing out on your fated outcome because you're too busy worrying about what other people have going on than what you need to work on. So if you're one of these people, I'm speaking directly to the cross watchers now. If you're one of these people that have actively tried to ruin other people's success, don't be surprised if your life isn't working out. Because you're going to get back what you put out. So if you've been only putting out like words of disdain or actively trying to put other people down, that's what you're going to get. Your life is going to be stagnant. You really need to think about this. These are laws of the universe. These are like scientifically studyable laws. Like, don't just take my word for it. And you shouldn't just take my word for it, because I'm literally here telling you not to listen to other people. I'm only here as a guide for you. I'm only here as someone that's telling you these are some of the steps that you can do to make your own life better. It's not about me, it's about you. It's about you going and doing it, not me. I'm just saying you can do it. That's all I'm saying, basically. But I'm giving you this energy through these cards, through this medium, through this message that I receive in my own way that tells you how to get there quicker. That's my job. That's not your job. You know what I mean? This is my job. This is my purpose. Now what's yours? That's what we need to be focusing on. That's what you need to be focusing on. Because you got stuck. I'm just going to say it. You got stuck. And this goes for me too. I'm not putting this on you. This is everyone. We all got stuck in a pattern that hasn't worked because we were too busy worrying about what everyone else was doing rather than just focusing on what we could do to create something better for ourselves. And now, here we are, not where we want to be, because we're too busy focusing on everything else around us. We're focused on the problems. We're focused on what we don't have. We're focused on like what's wrong in our lives, when we should be focusing on gratitude. We should be focusing on what's going well in our lives. We should be focusing on what we want to achieve. That's where we should be. We shouldn't be comparing. We shouldn't be stealing. We shouldn't be blocking other people's success or competing with other people. You're never going to get there if that's how you are. You're never going to get to the pinnacle of your success if you are too busy comparing yourself or competing with other people. The people at the top don't compete. Why? They don't have to. They already are in control of everything. Do you understand? So you need to really change that mindset. You need to really start speaking to yourself like you really are worthy of these kinds of levels of success, because you are. If you really want to achieve that, then you have to believe that. Intuition. See? If you really want to achieve it, you have to believe it. If there's a message that comes in that only you hear, that only you know, that it comes through your heart, it comes through your soul, and no one else can hear it, no one else can see it but you, then don't worry about what everyone else thinks. Don't worry about what everyone else does. You don't even need to tell them. Just do what you're going to do. Do what your intuition is telling you. And if it makes your heart feel good, even better. That's purpose. Trust. So when you start to work on, and the bottom is abundance, when you start to work with your intuition again, when you start to speak consciously again, when you start to put your faith back into what you're doing, put your faith back into yourself, stop relying on other people, stop like having other people save you or thinking other people can save you. That's not the point of this experience here. That's not the point of this Earth School. This goes for you in your personal matters, and this goes for the world on a whole. It starts with one, right? It's like, I'm starting with the man in the mirror, or the woman in the mirror, or whoever in the mirror, right? It has to start with you. It doesn't start with anything else. All changes come within. They come from inside. Everything is birthed from the darkness, all from the inside of you. You are the portal to the next part of your life. So if you are blocking your own process, then that is the problem. Do you understand? If you're blocking your own process forward, then that is the problem in your life. You're not going to get to that point that you want to get to if you don't even believe that you can do that, if you can get there. You're never going to get there then. But don't just take my word for it. You should actually go and try these things. You should actually go and try and, sit down one day and say, where do I want to be? What do I want to do? Where am I at right now? And what's the problem? But then once you focus on the problem and you identify the problem, you'll probably see the problem is yourself. The problem is you. The problem is that you haven't stepped into that next version of what you need to do. That's usually the biggest problem. Yeah, there's events happening in the world. Yeah, there's oppression. Yeah, there's all of this other stuff that keeps us down. It's always going to be there. It's always been there. It's not just there this time. It's been here since the beginning. The world can't exist without both forces. It's never going to exist without opposition. There is a positive and a negative polarity on a magnet, and it has to be that way. That's the only way that the magnet can work. So stop worrying so much about how people are trying to put you down and trying to sabotage you and trying to stop you from getting to where you need to go, and start worrying more about just doing it. Just take the first step. Just go. Whatever that may be. Maybe you just need to sit down for a while and really plan that out. Whatever that may be, this is the time to do it, because it's not going to get better for you until you do it on your own. No one's going to come in and save you with this big opportunity unless you make space for that opportunity to come in. If you're too busy filling your plate with all of this extra junk, with all of this stuff that says, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not doing enough, you're never going to be enough. The only way that you will ever be enough is if you start believing it, which means clearing your plate of all of this unwanted expectation, of all of this unwanted belief, of all of this unwanted BS, trauma, past things that have happened to you, the things that are going on in the world, oh, I have insomnia, oh, I have this disease, oh, everyone has something. Everyone has something. And once you realize that, you'll start to see that the people who really have made success for themselves oftentimes have the most against them. And they realize that it was never going to stop. The only way forward was to move forward. And so if you have people trying to block you and trying to get you to fail, take that as a compliment. It means that you're strong. It means that people don't want to see you succeed because they're afraid of what you're going to do when you get there. Dang, and family. So for many of you, that's family members who do not want to see you reach the pinnacle of your success. Fuck them. Excuse my language, but who cares? Obviously they don't. So don't worry about it. Oh, I need to clear one more time. Get that negative energy out of here. Is there anything that I need to know about this upcoming cycle that they need to know? I think that's a good place to kind of wrap it down. Or wrap it up, wrap it down. I don't know what that even means. A lot of you are not ready for that message. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of you are going to hear this message and you're going to think that I'm being accusatory. A lot of you are going to hear this message and you're think I'm being opposing to you. It's because you're not in alignment at this moment. Because when you actually start making things happen in your life, you start to realize that the only person that is doing it is you. The only person that ever could do it was you. So yeah, the world sucks. Yes, there's so much happening that keeps us all down. There's so much happening that makes it hard for you to reach the level that you want to reach in life. But is that how you're going to live your life? Is that the expectation that you're placing upon yourself, that you can't reach the point that you're trying to get to because it's hard? Do you think that's stopped many of these big people in the world, these big names, because it was hard? You think they stopped? No. It's gonna be hard, no matter what. So really the change comes from you and your mentality. And like I said, if you're taking offense to what I'm saying, I'm sorry, it means that you're not in alignment at this moment. Because I'm not being accusatory. I'm just saying that you need to look inside of yourself and you need to start there. What do you have for us today, crystals? Kind of like a dot, like you need to be a singularity again. You've become too connected to all of these things around you in your life. See, many of you are too concerned with the fact that things don't look perfect. You know, it's not smooth. It's rough. Things are rough right now. I don't see where things are going. How can it get better? A lot of you are too concerned with these concepts right now. And that's why things aren't improving. Is because you're too worried about what bad is happening to actually work on creating the good. If I'm not saying things can't be bad, sure. Yeah, and see, this is an Aya Shiva. You need to start opening your own intuition again. You need to start really seeing things for what they are. If you're getting a message, listen to it. It's only you that's going to stop that. And if you have more people against you, it just means you're stronger. It means that you're going farther. It means that you're more unstoppable than the normal person. All right. I hope that this message sees you through for the rest of this week. Take care, and I love you.